welcome to another episode of Living with Ulcerative Colitis. I'm Maya, and today we are going to be talking about how to manage air or gas with a J pouch. This is part 2 from part 1 last week, which was how to manage gas with an ostomy pouch. I apologize for the bad lighting. This was the only place in the house we could get light. We are not near where the Hurricane Ian is actually happening, but we're getting the rain and the wind and the dreary weather. So I apologize for that. So first, this video is going to talk about the J pouch and air, but it's also going to cross-reference on things that happen with ostomy that don't necessarily work for getting rid of air with the J pouch. This video is based on my own experience. I've been having a little bit of trouble with a lot of excess air after I ate a couple of choice peaches a couple weeks back. Don't suggest doing that. It's like a side effect from the week where I ate a peach or two a day. Hopefully this is towards the end of the side effects from the peaches. But I still thought it was a good video to talk about. So, managing air or gas with the J pouch, there are 3 ways that you can manage it. First, you need to know how air gets stuck. And so that can be through swallowed air. Dang. Swallowed air can come through chewing gum. For the J pouch, I mentioned that swallowed air can come from chewing gum and sucking on hard candies. But for me, I haven't had that experience. For me, hard candies actually help move the air. But chewing gum I don't do, because when I chew gum, a lot of air builds. And that is important if you're trying to create air so that food will digest. But if you already have an excess of air, chewing gum I do not recommend. Talking while eating. When you talk while eating, you're chewing and you're also allowing air to enter your mouth and you're swallowing that air. Inhaling food, so eating really fast, does the same thing, or gulping drinks. So drinking really fast isn't really the problem, but taking large gulps of air, every time you take a gulp, you swallow a bit of air in the process, and that air accumulates in your digestive tract. Carbonated drinks, I forgot to mention that last week for the J pouch, but carbonated drinks, as we all know, have a certain degree of air in them. And the bubbles, that's air. And again, if you're trying to create air, chewing gum and drinking carbonated drinks help, but if you're trying to get rid of air, these things are on the don't do list. And the last way that you can swallow air is sucking drinks through a straw. For me, I have learned that with my J pouch, instead of my ostomy, I can drink drinks through a straw. But when it gets down to the bottom of the drink and there's only about maybe a tablespoon at the bottom of the glass, and sucking that up into the straw is where I get the most air in my stomach, because more often than not you miss the juice completely or the water and you're just sucking up air from the bottom of the glass. And so with the J pouch, I mentioned that you can remove air from the pouch by maneuvering the pouch in different ways, but those don't work for the J pouch because it's internal, it's inside of your body. So I'm going to tell you about external things that can help get rid of the air. So I have found that when I take a really hot bath, you don't have to do it really hot. It can be warmish, hot, or hot. Sitting in the water is kind of like a water therapy. So a sitz bath, not a shower. It helps move my digestive tract and it encourages my body to get rid of output, which is really important because with the air that gets trapped in your stomach, with the air that gets trapped in your digestive tract, sometimes the output won't move on the other side of the air. And so sitting in the bath encourages the body to just calm and work as it normally should. Taking probiotics is the second way of external things that can help. I did a video the other week describing how you can get probiotics in like a fun way with foods and different things, or taking a probiotic pill. But probiotics help reduce gas, bloating, and they help in the removal of those two things. And for me, I have found that probiotics like yogurts and kefir and pickles and stuff, they encourage me to burp, which is helpful because that is air releasing, and burping is not usually painful. For me, it's not painful at all, but some people might have a different opinion on that. So burping for me is more preferable than my stomach having an air being stuck and then creating a cramping sensation in the formed J pouch. The third way of an external way to help air remove is a heat blanket. I found heat blankets are extremely helpful during the night. Because during the night I'm not able to move around and the air just sits on my stomach. But with the heating blanket, it acts as a weight and it acts as heat, and it helps massage the stomach gently throughout the night, and it keeps the air moving so none of it gets stuck, and I don't have any cramping sensations known as pressure with trapped air. So for me, I have a heating blanket that automatically turns itself off every 3 hours, and I have settings on it, so I can pick between 1 to 6, and that determines how hot the blanket's going to be. But if you have a heating blanket of your own, I recommend checking how hot it can get and checking if it warns you against sleeping with it at night, because some heating blankets don't have this protection on it, and they're not good to sleep with. They're not good for you to fall asleep with them on. The fourth thing that can externally help get rid of air with the J pouch is capping the last meal of the day. So for me, when I left the hospital after getting my ostomy, and even after my ostomy was removed, my doctor told me that I could eat 6 meals a day. And he didn't really give me a time where I had to stop eating those meals. But I have noticed that when I'm experiencing this influx of air caused by the peaches, that having a cap on when my last meal is gives enough time for me to get rid of the air during the night. So for me, the problem I'm having isn't so much a lot of air during the day, but it's a lot of air during the night, which creates several bathroom trips. And so for me, moving the last meal removes the amount of air that is produced during the night. So the further back it goes, that's when all the meals have to be on the other side of this time, say about 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. And that gives enough time for me to go to the bathroom while I'm still awake, and get rid of the air and then go to sleep. And lastly is exercising. This is something that I need to do a lot of work on. I'm not really good so much at doing the exercising thing. If Mom was here, she'd probably crack a joke. But exercising is not my strong suit. But it does move air. Doing stomach exercises or looking up different massages for the stomach that are exercise, you can help move air and keep the digestive tract healthy and moving. But again, I'm not really good at keeping up with doing exercise, but it is the fifth way that can externally help move air. But I hope this video was helpful, guys. I hope it was informative. If you guys have any questions and you've been commenting below, we're having a little trouble seeing our comments. So if you're not getting a reply, please send the question to our email below in the description box. But please like, share, subscribe, and press the bell for notifications. Bye, guys.